And hello, folks. It is Kamikaze. I'm here to bring you an entire month's worth of missed Humble Bundle because I and I didn't change meds, but I changed dosage and stuff, and it completely threw me off. And this is the first time I've been motivated to actually make videos in quite a while, as in sit down and make videos, not just random the spur of the moment. Like I'm going to record this. So we're gonna start with there's a total of 8 games that were a part of this Humble Bundle of May, but only, I think, 4 of which I'm going to be covering because either they are multiplayer or like one's Command and Conquer. It doesn't matter. This is Planet Zoo from that collection, and I know nothing about it as per usual. And we are create my avatar. But what if I want to be a fat elephant? Oh, oh, I guess I have to be human. Never mind. Oh, random button somewhere. Random. Random. So it does random appearance, but not random tone. Huh. I'm gonna give myself a nice little tan. And it doesn't seem like a game that I probably play a whole lot of, so I'm not that worried about what I look like. But I do not want to look. Well, that looks like in. Well, you know what it looks like. We're gonna move on from there. And there we go. We got Brimstone, a very thin Brimstone from Overwatch, not Overwatch, Valorant. Give him no. Why is it always in a red fashion? Can I have an actual brown or what? Oh, there we go. Or is this like, no, this is more like Breach, isn't it? Hold on. I'm gonna pull up my phone here. Oh wow, Prime Day, don't really care. Breach. Brimstone. That was an image I did not need to see in my lifetime. Holy crap, I am sending that to someone because that is so wrong. And if you're curious on what it is, just type in Breach Brimstone or Brimstone because I completely misspelt it. Breach Brimstone brings it up too. I was trying to look at their faces. Well, I guess neither of them have the like whole mutton chops. More looks like a guy from the show I just watched, Adventures of Puss in Boots, the animated series. That one guy. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're just gonna hit accept. Are you sure? No. Whee! Where am I putting myself? Can I put myself somewhere? Oh my god, I can. We are going to position ourselves. Yep, that is where I am. I am there. I have no idea where there is, but that little island is where I exist. Career? Goodwin House tutorial. Alright, we're just probably going to complete the tutorial and then call it a day. Difficulty, Medesium. I like the music. I mean, it's very nice and chipper. Never turning my face green! Just realized. Downside of a green screen is anytime you have a green game. Jeez, do I really yell at my screen that much? I say this because there's stuff on my screen. When I'm not in the greatest of moods, and even when I'm playing by myself, I yell at games. Or people in games, but I never yell at the people. Which I should.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist
Really
you
nice,
call
really
me
nicely done,
Bernie.
Willie.
The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides.
Can I release like bears and have them? Oh, maybe I can release lions. I want to do that.
But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
Did he just vacuum up like dung
Don't
the
worry,
size
though.
of his entire
I'm not
body?
completely throwing you into the deep end. My head
Aw,
keeper,
he
Nancy
does.
Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But
I want to
I'm
just
sure
release
you'll
the
get
animals
along
into
like
the
a
wild.
house on fire, or even better, one
I
that
played
isn't
like
on
5
fire
minutes of Jurassic
and
Park
less shouting
Evolution
that
or
way.
Revolution or whatever the park the creator was. And mainly because my brain distracted me and I went and did something else. All I did was ever build dinosaurs and then open the cages.
Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But
Oh,
before we
excellent.
begin
Cancel,
the real
undo,
work,
redo,
how about
pause,
we
simulation
familiarize
speed.
you with
Oh.
the zoo by learning
Help
how
and
to
save
fly around
menu.
it and
Thank
visiting
you.
some of our beautiful animals.
Locate
We'll
grizzly
start by
bears.
popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
This is like operates, yeah, it operates pretty much the same as most of these games with the like mouse controls. So I'm pretty familiar with a lot of kind of games. Look, whistle bios. I can't move the camera. Up, there we
Did
go.
you know that grizzly bears,
That is
also known
so
as
cool, actually.
Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then
I looked it
again,
up and I found out
given the
that
chance, I think
they
a lot of
actually
people would
don't
do that too.
defecate or pee while doing so.
Select
Or
one
if
of the
they do
bears
very
and you'll bring up its information
minuscule,
panel.
but their body literally absorbs
See, now,
everything while they're
this
in
is a
hibernation.
fantastic way to get a close
And I
look
was
at
kind
your
of amazed by
animals.
that.
You
Didn't
can also
I
get
didn't
this
really
view of an
expect that to
animal
be
by
true. I
simply
would have thought they
double-clicking on
would have
it.
done something, but they literally just
Okay,
And
when
I-
you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions.
Kitty.
I've
Kitty got
marked their
stuck.
location for you to find.
Yeah, will you shut up, lady? I'm a little busy here.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big
Edit
cats, and there
barrier.
can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that
Editing
size are
barrier.
pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Oh, I can raise the barrier or I can lower the barrier. Oh, it's not letting me do anything. Relocate the barrier? What if I want to? I want to edit your zoo. I want to kill people. I have murderous intent in my mind. Fine. What do you want me to locate now? Over there. Exit. I've located it. Now what?
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
An
Well,
animal.
two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them.
Adopt
to
a pair.
animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section. There we are.
Only
a pair of
$200
perfectly
to
splendid
adopt.
warthogs for our zoo.
Black
Just
market
click
be
on them and
damned.
Select adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically
I've
placed
never
in a
played
trade
this game
center
before
where
in my
they're
life.
held
It's
until
just
you're ready to
really
move them
freaking
into their
obvious
habitat, which,
on how to operate
as it
this.
happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Already did. Already selected
When
the
you
delivery.
ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal and deliver them to your selected habitat.
There we go. Times
I've
5.
marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
I hit the trade center already, so... Aha, see? Done. 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 All done. Job's done. Alright, now what? You didn't expect me to finish it that fast. Who are these people? Visiting players? That's a load of crap. Can I kick him? Ban him from this park? Okay, so now what? I mean, I've already done what you wanted me to do before you even asked. Which means what? Question, what did I do? Move. They're already there, so, I mean... I don't care about that. Where's my quests? Found it!
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You
I'm
see,
already bored with the
each
game.
animal
It's just
in
not
the
my
zoo
style of
has an
game.
overall welfare statistic.
Not unless I can, like,
basically how
cause
happy they
mayhem.
are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember.
So there's no
you
water.
can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do
Yeah, I
this,
got
we'll
that.
need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Oh, things didn't even... Add a couple of those. Add a
Animals
couple of
also
those.
require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around
Ah,
in.
so yeah, you're
That
just
bath
not
will
letting
count
me...
towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
That's what was going on. So
Nice
those things weren't
work.
showing up
You've
until
got
it
a
told me
knack
about
for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished
Feral.
thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
I don't wanna... Really don't. But I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for you, so you have a better idea about the game. So I will play a little bit longer. Ostrich habitat is located over here. I'm controlling the entire game using WASD controls, and then, like, middle mouse button, or the mouse wheel button, and then the right mouse button, and then, obviously, left stick. So zoom in.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner. Ah, that's more like it.
No
a quick
walls.
break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built.
Habitat gate.
Job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate.
Yeah.
After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Yeah. Outside of placement area. Oh,
Right.
made me wait.
Let's
I hate
complete
that.
the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish
Doink,
off the perimeter
doink,
using
doink.
the brick barrier.
Oink.
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier.
But can I delete the barriers
Now,
afterwards?
you've
My
probably
question.
noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're
Yeah, they can.
banned,
The door.
I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in. There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat
So
from
this
the
is the
path
first
they're
one this
walking on,
guy's built,
because
and
it
yet
makes them
I'm
happy.
doing renovations
And
on
because
it.
this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make
Oh, I can't
sure
put
you
any
remember
more
them.
than one.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Alright, so now
By the way,
you want me
as well
to...
as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button.
I know, I'm at like
It'll
5
run
times speed.
everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate
Animal
or for animals
trading,
to be
we
delivered to your
want
habitat.
ostriches.
Personally, I use it when I'm waiting
We want
for
the
a brew to
gold
finish.
one.
All right, you
And we
finished the
want-
habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
Yeah.
Let's get 4 of them in here.
Wait, 4? You actually want all 4? Okay, well I didn't expect that. That's gonna be, you know, 3 guys and 1 girl, if you know what I mean. Got more than just a long neck, if you know what I mean. Alright, and then, what I want to do is... Habitat? No. What button was it that I was pushing? I was pushing buttons to allow me to do stuff. Ah, there. And move you into
While
there.
we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them.
Oh, no,
Add
really?
a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item.
They're just opening
It's
right
also
on top
best
of
to
each
place
other over
things
here.
like
Squirrel.
enrichments and feeding
Squirrel.
stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Put that there, put that there. And then we got feeding stations. And then a water trough. Wait, how do I rotate the water trough? Oh. What the? Did you just let me put the water trough in midair? You did. Alright, so this water trough is now in midair. Let me rotate the camera back. Then shift down. Yoink. Yay!
Good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour?
It's amazing.
Heaven
I'll
forbid
ride them
they
into
ever
battle.
escape. The speed
Da-da-da.
camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
Ooh, balloons. Where's the
Well,
balloons?
Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches.
What happened to
lives
your
a
old
bit
ostriches?
better,
Or do I
let's
wanna
do
know?
the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should
Alright,
build a
alright,
new
alright.
keeper hut.
Hey,
Keeper
lady.
huts are where the keepers prepare the
Hush.
food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers
Can I get
don't
you to
waste
stop
their time
talking, please?
walking when they should
No
be
more
looking
talking.
after the animals.
What the? I just did all of the bronze level tutorial things. I think you get the idea about this game and how it operates. And how I defy physics in every game I play. But yeah, this game looks amazing, actually, quality-wise. I don't know about, you know, the entire aspect of it, but this is like one of those, you ever played like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff like that? This is just in my opinion, it's just, the zoo thing is not my style. It's also why, like, I only spent like 10 minutes in the Jurassic Park one, is because it's just like, I could have fun with it, but the maintaining of the animals is what kind of is I'm not looking for a pet simulator. I'm looking for like a building simulator. Like where I could build something and then it could like if it breaks down because I intentionally cause it to, or other stuff like that. Not where I have to maintain every single animal under the sun to make sure that their nutritional standards are met. Because it's unless they have a dumb mode. A dumb mode would be great. I don't think I've ever covered my version of a dumb mode. A dumb mode is where you can play a game like this, but all the maintenance is taken away, where you can start farting around with stuff. But I digress. But I digest. So this game is Planet Zoo. It is available on Steam. Right now it is. I take a look. It is currently $44.99. It was available on the Humble Bundle. It might return again for a good sale in the future. Me personally, I wouldn't pay $45 for this, but that's just because it's not my style of game. It looks like it is a very well-designed game so far, but that's all I can base it off of is so far. If you enjoyed this, if you would like to see more stuff, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Other than that, I will catch you all in the next one I end up doing. Totals.